How's it going, everybody? TC once again. What we've got here is another custom set from the same guy from England that I've left the information in the other videos. You can check it out if you want to see it. This is the Good, Bad, and the Ugly. There's 18 character cards and 54 normal regular cards. So get right into it. This is the cover, the poster. Let me get a little closer here. Got the right music to go with it, so that's cool. Hopefully you can read these. Let me get a little bit closer. There we go. Might be too close. There we go. Alright. That's number 1 of 18. It's one of the character cards, even though it's not a character, it's a poster. And here we have, if I can get it separated, Blondie, Clint Eastwood. Always liked this movie. I've only seen it about 100 times probably over the years. Tuco. That's Eli Wallach. And Lee Van Cleef as Angel Eyes. He's the bad. Okay. This is at the beginning of the movie. Didn't know the guy's name was Stevens. Might have mentioned it while he was talking to him. I don't know. I don't recall now. And Baker, the guy who hired him, the bad. So he ends up killing the one and then comes back and killing Baker. And here's the little guy, half a soldier, whatever he's called, Shorty. Jose Teron. Maria, the one who tells the name and everything of where the John Carson, or Bill Carson rather, excuse me. Rada Rasimov. Somewhere I got her autograph in the 3x5 or 4x6. I already showed those, I believe. There's the storekeeper. He was a cool character. Enzo Petito. And this guy, he was the, Jesus, the hotel manager. Jesus Guzman. And Bill Carson, who apparently hid the gold, buried it. Antonio Casal. And this one here, well, these have been together for a long time. Here, this is Ramirez, that's Tuco's brother, the priest. Luigi Pistilli. And the Commandant. Molino Rocho. Here's Wallace. This was the one that was handcuffed to Tuco on the train. And his name, Peter Stuyvesant. And here's the sergeant, Victor Israel. Okay. And this is one of the 3 guys, or 4, I forget how many it was, who tried to get Tuco while he was taking a shave. The one-armed guy. Bullock. And here's the Union captain at the bridge that both sides were fighting over. It's pretty cool. Damn it. Dang. Alright. Oh, Jesus. Aldo Guthrie. Whatever. Scavengers. I believe that was the group that was, what's the name's buddies, Tuco's buddies. Oh no, those were the ones who were at the prison and were getting all the prisoners' belongings when they first came in. Here's another poster. Probably a lobby card's what that is. 1 of 54. And that's it for the character cards. There's Tuco when he's having a shave and the guys come after him in there. Angel Eyes. That was Baker. He ended up killing and then going back and killing the other guy. Alright, let's see, who is this? Yeah, that's after he killed him. And he goes back to the guy who hired him to begin with. They tell him he did the job. And of course he gets him too. And here's Tuco getting captured. Clint Eastwood. Or Blondie, rather. Okay, this is after he's taking... This is funny when he took him in the first time. Till Tuco knew what was going on. And here he is shooting the ropes off the... Or getting ready to shoot the rope. And here's the little guy again. Shorty. Okay, who we have here? That's another one. I think they showed him do it 2 times. And then that was it. Yeah, partnership is over. Leaves Tuco out in the desert. And here's the girlfriend of Bill Carson again. And here's Tuco, made it back to town. And is in the shop getting a gun. Here he is in the hotel where Angel Eyes is staying, or Blondie's staying. There's all the commotion that was going on outside. Kind of masked him sneaking up on him. Okay. Yeah. And there he is coming through the window. And of course he does the same thing to Blondie as what he did to him. Taking him out in the desert to die. Mm. 100 miles. Ooh. And here he is, just about done for. I don't know how many miles they went, but pretty bad. He's all crusted up lips and everything. Then the stagecoach shows up, which actually saves him. And of course, Bill Carson is in there, and he's still alive. Tells Tuco about the gold. If he gets some water, tell him where it's at. He goes to get some water, comes back, and Blondie's already got up there. And the guy told him where it was buried after he died, or right before he died. So Tuco's got to keep him alive now to find out. He knows the cemetery, but not the grave. And he takes him to the church, which is where his brother is. And there's the brother. And here they get rode upon by a group of cavalry. They don't know who they are. They think they're gray. They're not. Of course, Tuco starts yelling, "Hey, hooray for Dixie," and all that. And they come to find out the guys are blue under there. It's just dust from the desert. So they end up going to prison. And there's the big guy. And Angel Eyes. And he knows, because on the roll call, Tuco was going by the name of Bill Carson. So he knew that Tuco probably knew about it, the gold, if not where exactly it was. So he gets interrogated by the big guy, beat up a little. And he tells him, of course, the name of the cemetery. And then Blondie's next. And of course, they know, he knows he's not going to tell anything, so he decides to take him along. And Tuco gets to ride in the train to wherever they're going, another prison camp, I guess. Of course, he gets out. He pushes the big guy out with him attached to him. And he can't get the thing, the chain broke, so he has to use the train. That's a cool shot. It's like a half a second before it hits him, and snaps the chain, of course. And here the guy shows up, the one-armed guy. He's trailing Tuco. And he catches him. Instead of taking a shave, he's in the bathtub. And he doesn't know it, but Tuco's got a gun under the water. So he shoots the guy. And finally does kill him this time. Now Blondie finds him also. And they start working together against Angel Eyes. And his guys. He had like 4 guys, I think, or 5. So they end up killing the 4 guys, except for Angel Eyes. He gets away. And they go looking, well, on the way to the cemetery, they get caught again by the Union. And that's where you meet this guy. I think he's a colonel. Fighting over that bridge. They're on one side of the river and the rebels on the other. Confederates. And he tells them he wished that the bridge was gone so they didn't have to fight over it. So he goes in there for the daily battle. Comes back all messed up. And they tell him to keep his ears open. And they end up stashing a whole bunch of dynamite under that bridge. And blow it up. And the guy hears it right before he dies. That's kind of cool. And after about the next day, I guess it was, they both give up, both, because the bridge is no longer there, so there's nothing worth fighting over. And this is on the other side of the bridge. They're almost at the cemetery, probably within a quarter mile of it. Of course, Tuco takes off and tries to before what's the name, Angel or Blondie gets there. He shoots the cannon. It's already loaded, luckily. And he rolls a few times and lands right at the entrance, well, on the edge of the cemetery. And there's a bunch of them. You can see how far back that goes. Hundreds and hundreds of them. And he finds the grave of Art Stanton, which is what Blondie said right before they blew the bridge. He did tell him. So Blondie throws him a shovel to dig. And then along comes Angel Eyes, who of course was following him to find out where the gold was buried. And of course it's not in that grave. So they have the showdown. What's the name? Blondie supposed to write on the rock the name of the grave. And whoever wins the fight, of course, gets to see what the name is and go find it. Three-way standoff. And of course, Blondie wins. He shoots Angel Eyes. And the night before, he had unloaded Tuco's gun, so he couldn't shoot. And he tells him where it's at. Unknown, next to Art Stanton. He finds it, digs it up, and then, of course, what's the name? Blondie puts the rope on there again and has him stand on one of the grave crosses with the rope around his neck, and then rides off after he takes, I think, two bags out of the 4. He leaves the other 2 for Tuco. And at the very end, he turns around and does like they were doing before. He shoots the rope so he can get free. And he lands on the sack of gold. And that's it. Hope y'all like that. It's a cool card set. I don't think they've ever made one. Not Topps or anybody, so that's kind of cool. Leave me a comment what y'all think. I will put all the information for this guy. He's in England, but he's still on eBay, I believe. I'll have to look and see, but I'll put all the links on there where you can check it out if you want, because he's got a whole bunch of different sets. So later.